Hello everyone, I am Mike Kruger from Weather NorCal. We've got Sharon Clay from Turtle Bay, and we are just sitting here at a table holding our hands together and making a little cave, but there's a little surprise inside, right? What do we have here in our hands? Whoa,
ready?
There we go, there's one.
Ooh, here's the other one.
What are these? These are geckos,
they
right?
They are geckos.
I know that much.
Very good. So these are a type of gecko called a carrot-tailed viper gecko.
Okay.
So they get the name carrot-tailed, obviously from that tail that you can see. I don't know if she's got that zoomed in on their tail or not, but we got the carrot-shaped tail. Sometimes they call them a turnip-tailed viper gecko. And they're a viper gecko because of the type of scales that they have. They have what's called keeled scales. So venomous viper snakes have keeled scales, which means they're like matte finish. Like think about a keel on a boat. You know, it's got like a ridge that goes up the middle. So these scales are called keeled scales. So that's how they get their name. But they're a type of gecko.
So they're, and the viper, like you say, is because of their predator, not because of what they are.
Well, because of what their scales look like.
Okay, okay.
Their scales look like the same scales on a viper snake.
Got it. Yeah, because they're kind of intimidating looking. You look at him like, that looks like a viper, you know, and you're like, oh, you know, kind of scared. But they're cute.
I think they're just plain out adorable.
They
actually.
are. I mean, they are. They're absolutely adorable.
Yeah. So these, again, are geckos, and people are very familiar with geckos, especially from that insurance company.
But they don't look like that gecko.
They don't. So that's a really good point. So that gecko is a type of real gecko. Those are called day geckos. And there are many different species of geckos. Matter of fact, I saw some in Madagascar, lots of them.
Course, yes.
But these are ground nocturnal geckos. So they don't have the sticky feet that you think of for other types of geckos. They're not as colorful because they're going to just blend in at night. Now, oh my gosh, that guy is licking his eye. Yes, it was.
You can't see it on your side, but he's licking his eyeball.
So that brings us to another really good point. So these guys are members of the lizard family, right? They're one of the most primitive types of lizards. Most lizards, one of the ways that you can tell a lizard from a snake, besides legs, because there are legless lizards, there's legless lizards, is that they have eyelids and snakes don't. But the geckos, not all of them, but a lot of the geckos don't have eyelids. So what's the purpose? Correct. What's the purpose of an eyelid?
To put moisture on your eye.
Correct.
Right?
So lubricates your eye, right?
They're licking their eye to get moisture.
They're basically using their tongue like we use our eyelids.
That seems a little like not very good programming from the size of whoever, you know, designed these things. Like you would think an eyelid would be a lot easier than licking your eyeball.
You know, but they're a very primitive lizard, so you can't ask me about the great design here, Mike. You know, my knowledge only goes so far.
Yes.
But these guys are new to Turtle Bay. They are brother and sister, and they're going to actually be in our Redwood Tree exhibit here in the Mill Building. And people will be able to come over and see them there. They'll just get a little bit bigger.
That's really cool. So, and I really do suggest, these are so neat. I mean, you can see them close. You got to see them close up with the camera. But I appreciate you coming out. I appreciate you, brother and sister, and we're so excited to have you part of the Turtle Bay family. And of course, we will see you next week on another edition of Turtle Bay's Wonderful World of Animals.